Hi, this is Calabos, and we are playing Minecraft, and this is Cuboid Outpost. So I let it finish off the thing, and so we started with 30, and keeping in mind again that we took out 100 millibuckets, which is exactly one blaze rod. We got 48 total blaze rods out of this, and we have a little bit of blaze powder left over. Um, So yeah, this is definitely going to be a useful way for us to get more blaze powder and blaze rods without having to sieve for it, because I'd really like to avoid having to sieve as much as possible. Um, so looking at our stuff, have refined storage as far as best XNet. Blah blah blah. Wow. Okay, that's going to be exciting. So if we add redstone ore to liquid meat, we get red raw ore meat, which we can then ferment to fermented ore meat. We can then sieve, get whatever out of it. So it basically doubles, but we have to put so much work into it, so necessarily know that that is entirely worth it. I forgot what we were doing. So much crazy stuff. All right. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, this is not where I wanted to be. It's not as useful, but I mean, they'll still get some out of it, and I don't have to do weird stuff. But at this point, we now have plastic, tiny dry rubber. If we go ahead and we grab this, quest complete. Industrial foregoing, tiny dry rubber, boom. Gives us additional stuff. Good as go. We now have dry rubber. Crazy. And you're gonna want to watch this. This is nuts. if we take this stuff, right, we go all the way into way in here, and we cook it, we get plastic sheets. I know, this is amazing. Theoretically, we could get another one of the formulaic assemblicators and have it assemble everything into whatever. But one of the reasons that we like plastic in this particular instance, grab at least one. And now we need a die mixer. Gosh. And a block placer. So specifically, I want block placers. And we want 2 of these things. So we'll want 6 droppers, 2 pity machine frames. Let's check to see if we have any pity frames. I'm gonna say no. Don't have pity machine frames pretty much anywhere. How terrible for us. How terrible. Droppers are actually going to be pretty easy. And now we have block placers. And block placers are going to be pretty snazzy for us because one of the things that we can do with a block placer so block placers do they do require power. We'll have to plug it into power somewhere. But stupid. What's it called? Wow. I don't even know. That seems ridiculous. A wrench? Okay, so if we shift click it against a face, that face is the bottom. Thing is fine. The look at our wrenches. Fond of that actually. I have no idea if that actually worked. Yes, we'll have to find out. Okay, perfect. So if we put that in there, we'll have to give it power and items. It's a little bit messy, but I mean, I guess we can. I wanted to do it sideways. And I guess, whatever. Let me get out of the hole I've dug myself into first. So now, both of these should be doing that. Should just be able to go. That. That. I know, this is getting ridiculous and messy all at the same time. That. Full. Alright, so theoretically what this now will do for us off this way somewhere. That not. Is these are going to fill these slots up and always going to be full, but it's just going to keep popping the wood into place We can't see it, but it is working. And that will keep this fluid flowing forever. Means that we will always have tiny dry rubber in here, which means our industrial foregoing rubber setup is really messy, but really done. So anytime we run off to do something, this will just keep going and going and going. And it doesn't really use a lot of power, honest. All right. Next step on this process. Beetroot, cactus, and lapis. Then I suspect that we're going to need this. It's not a thing that I would typically do, but we'll probably. Dissolution chamber is really good. So looking at our dissolution chamber, they're not wrong. I usually also try to have one per kind of fluid. So latex, pink slime, ether gas. I do not see us making a nuke. I really, really don't. May care about essence. Not. Cellular reactor. It looks for the most part like we're only going to need 2 of them. Mechanical dirt. Mechanical. Yeah, so there's 4 tops. For the most part, we're just going to need latex and pink slime. The idea of mechanical dirt somehow disturbs me. So dissolution chamber, we are going to want a chest, an extra bucket, and a diamond gear. Yeah. Do we have Right, well, here we go then. Diamond gear is made just with diamonds. Place our bucket away. Getting that we have extra buckets everywhere. Grab the second dissolution chamber. And now we need this. Quarter bucket of latex. That rain really quick. Set that off. Way this acts like. Now we need 2 nether bricks. Just say 2 nether bricks, some plastic. Iron, gold gear. Machine frame. Now we just need iron there. Go ahead. Offer. Yeah, this is not super fast. It's a matter of just having it going a long time. Like if you're on a server, this is fine because it'll fill up. Well, I don't need that many. If you're playing it like I am on a single player, you'll probably want a couple of these setups. Probably something neater, really. And once, you'll just pump it into a reservoir and then use it as you need it. once it gets up to the right thing, we go ahead and say machine frame victory. So this opens up another quest. Oh, it's a wither killer spawner thing. Yeah, that's what this setup is. So fluid laser base, I believe that produces ores. So guessing it produces saplings? Produces ether gas or lava. Okay, sure. This will produce ores without needing to sieve, although for the most part I suspect that most of them we are already. Um, all right, so this is how we're going to get the pink slime. And we'll have to think about it because we're going to need pink slime for advanced machine frames, and you know we're going to want to do mob imprisoning stuff and force the spawning of hostile mobs above it. That's cool. Okay. Cycled enchantments. Enchantment extractor is going to be useful for us. Certainly, I've always made great use for it. So I usually make the enchantment sorter, sort loot remove enchantments from it, and then move on. Move on with my life to do other things. Yeah, there's not really a lot there that we care about. So again, we've got power. Power's pretty solid. I think that what we need to do is we need to get into this and finish this off and begin automating our storage and setting up our storage to automate itself. So what I will probably do is use applied energistics to set up some things, and then from there we'll see if we want to keep using applied energistics or move anything else. So that's sort of the plan, I guess. There's one way I'm going to answer this. So if we have crafters, we have okay, we don't have the iron crafter mod. Yeah, so we'll set up crafting parts in applied energistics just so that we are doing applied energistics and we have the auto crafting set up for it. And what I will probably do is set it up so that it will just keep producing till we have like lots and lots and lots of stuff. We would like to get to the material stonework factory. And the reason I want to get to the material stonework factory is I want that as a good source of silicon. So what we'll do is we're going to just kind of follow industrial foregoing until we get to the material stonework factory. And then from there, once we have an infinite source of silicon for free, we'll work on the rest of it. See what happens. So I hope you liked the episode. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, do not. Simple as that. Questions, comments, concerns, they all go below. Have a good night.